We will begin. Are we on? Eh? Right, hello everyone and welcome back to my playthrough of Kerbal Space Program Tutorial Mode. I'll probably change my thumbnail at a later time. I'm just selecting, for some reason all of my settings have gone haywire. Which is rather strange, so I'll save that, but it should be a public. Open public now anyway, so there we go. With the correct categories and everything. It's very odd. But yes, hello and welcome to my playthrough of Kerbal Space Program again. I had to unfortunately abruptly leave yesterday. Just make sure I've got on the right things there. Yeah, something came up, so even though yesterday I said that I was only going to be gone for a while, I was actually gone for quite a long time. Okay, so let's go. Welcome back to Taylor Aerospace. Now, today I am looking at getting myself to the Mun. What I would really like to do is actually test the poodle. Let's just do it. I'll take that. Strange. Okay, I want to get a little bit more money so I can build up my hangar, because I'm going to need to build a rocket. Oh god. Yeah, this has got invalid parts on it because I have not unlocked them yet. Right. Oh, that's horrible. That's a horrible rocket. Actually, let's just start a new one. Damn safe. Right. Go with my little rocket. So I also need to test a poodle engine. What was that? Which one's the poodle? Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh. Oh, there you go, that's probably right, I think, is it? So it says I need to test that. I'll put a parachute on. Hang on. Let's put that there. Oh, this is the most horrible thing you ever did witness, isn't it? But never mind. Let's go. So it's literally just saying that I need to test this at the launch site. I can earn a little bit of cash. Just because I want to upgrade my vehicle assembly building. Yeah, there's literally just there, isn't it? Activated by the staging. Yeah, I just want to test the... I want to upgrade the vehicle assembly building, but I've got enough money to do it, but only just. So I want to be able to... Look, that actually did it. Huh. Yeah, so I want to be able to get, you know, upgrade it, but then also have enough money to actually build a rocket as well. I still have this thing for like doing the parachute as well. I don't think that's gonna work. So if this has a bigger rocket on it. This has a little bit more fuel, I could do that. Let's do that, shall we? I don't know how good that's going to be with an extra fuel tank attached. Damn it. Always check your staging. Yeah, it's not powerful enough to lift it. Okay. Fuel tanks. I don't need anything major. Oh, wow! I did not realise that was that big. Fair enough. How much does that weigh? 6.7 tons. Oh. There we go, that's got more in it. It's quite heavy though. Okay, they should help. I mean, I know this is like the most stupid thing I've ever done, but I want to get that bloody contract. And then I can start building something proper to actually go to the moon. Well, that actually... that did it, didn't it? Whoa, what just happened? That was weird. I don't know if I've come for you guys, I just got taken out of my game screen for some reason. So I need to get between those altitudes. If I try there maybe? No, I'm going to lose altitude way too quick for that. I've still got a decent amount of fuel though. Okay, I'm at the right altitude. Hey! I've done it! Look at that! Sweet. Go try land in the mountains, shall we? Let's speed ourselves up. Oh, there goes our entry stage. Didn't get to the mountains. That's a funny looking peak. How have I never noticed this stuff before? Oh, something went owie, didn't it? Right, nice. Got all these contract parameters, which I'm pretty happy about. Okay, let's recover the vessel. Hopefully that should have made me enough money that I feel comfortable upgrading. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Nice. Right. Let's, at the very least, go for a flyby of the Mun. So, first of all, I want myself a Science Junior unit. Hello. Then Do I want the payload? No, I don't. Let's stick with the science. Let's give myself 2 of them. Like that. And we can have, we can sort of collect those on the way, that's fine. I can do it with the Science Junior, actually. Oh, actually, let's have these on the Science Junior. I gotta be fine. Yeah, be alright. Okay, so let's take that away. Give ourselves a coupler. Oh, wait, whoops. With a heat shield, so we can come back. So for that we should genuinely only need the 1 parachute, but we might be going pretty fast, so I'm going to give it a couple of drogue chutes as well, in the hopes of slowing it down a little bit. Oh, the UK Space Agency flag. Beautiful. Do I have one of those in here? No, I don't have that. Okay, fine. That's fine. Whatever. Let's actually pull this up. Right. So, there's our basic ship. And we'll give it that. I could give it that. I could just give it one of the fatter ones. Do I give it a smaller fatter one? A bigger fat one? That looks kind of stupid, doesn't it? Hang on, how much is in these? So I was going to use that. Roughly the same. Much more. Right. Let's use this one. Screw it. Who cares whether it looks nice or not? Can we do an adapter? Okay, you know what? That doesn't look as stupid. So I'm going to keep it like that, because otherwise it's that, and then we're starting to get to a point where this thing's going to be way too top heavy. So I think I'll stick with this little arrangement here. Right, next thing we need is landing legs. They are these are so pathetic. Right, okay, I actually do need engine on this, put the Terrier. Alright, well, something you do need to be careful about with your landing legs is they need to be placed very far down, because they do have suspension, and if you're not careful, attracted. If you're not careful, when they land, they won't have enough clearance for the engine. So that should be enough. These are the most horrible landing legs I've ever seen. Do I have a fairing? I do not have fairings. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with this. No. Okay. One of these fuel tanks. Is that too much? Oh, it might be better. Also, with a Terrier engine. I know this isn't the most attractive looking lander, but it will get us to where we need to go. A couple of these, and we'll give that a lovely swivel. Now you kind of want the swivel for the main section in the centre, because it has a gimbal. It's very good at doing that, hence the name, swivel. It's extremely good at giving you control over where you need to go. So we also want to give it aerodynamics. Now I'm going to go for winglets. You don't need, because of the aforementioned swivel aspect of the engine. You don't actually need anything with ailerons or anything like that. But that is still not enough to get us to the Mun. So we need ourselves some side boosters, which are easy enough. You can use the solid rocket if you want. Personally, I don't like solid rocket in general. Like, they can be great, and I love using them just as a laugh. But you have so much more control with the standard ones. The liquid fuel, that I just prefer using those. And you stick a Reliant on. They're a little bit more powerful. I think they're a little lighter as well. Yep, they are a little lighter. And the trade-off, of course, being they don't swivel. You don't have much control. But as long as you got that one in the centre, you're all right. Right. Cap that off of a nose cone. Oh, also, something that I always do, extremely important, you add a fuel line. So it's not quite asparagus staging, because there's only 2 of them. But you add a little fuel line like that, and that will ensure that the outer boosters drain into the central tank. So that when you discard them, when you have to decouple them, the centre fuel tank will be completely full. So you see where I moved the staging at the side there. It's important, if you are doing this, to have the centre one go at the same time as the side. Otherwise you're not getting any benefit, you're just draining them for no reason. Okay, so now that we've got that, we do need to get ourselves some struts, just to make sure the entire thing is hooked together nicely. Can't see what I'm doing. Okay, strut it together. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's probably fine. I don't really know whether I'm going to need some struts to connect these. I'm not that happy with how it looks, to be honest. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, we've got action groups! Sweet. Okay, we've only got the basic action groups, but that's fine, because you can use your abort one. Another thing I learned. So you can click those. Oh, do we have custom? Oh, we have custom. Okay. Log pressure data. Log temperature. Observe. Crew report. Conduct materials-based study. Nice. I just find that handy, is all. And I think we're ready. Because I'm not particularly happy with the shape of it or anything, but I don't think it's too bad. I really don't. I will actually just change it. I think it's just, I genuinely don't know if this is a thing, but I personally feel it's more aerodynamic if you have these, because you know what I mean. So I'll save this as our Mun ship. So save that, and if I launch, you'll see what I mean. You'll also see what I mean about the sort of asparagus staging fuel pipe issue as well. So SAS on, throttle all the way up. Hi Jeb, don't look so worried pal, you're going to the Mun. Let's go. TC, I'm going to have to be tipping forward. So like this. So I do feel it's better if your rockets are this way rather than this way. So there we go. Tipping a little bit. This isn't quite as stable as I wanted it to be, but it's fine, it's fine. So your goal is to be tilted at the 45-degree line, or it says 90 on the nav ball there. by the time you reach approximately 10,000 meters with this sort of a ship anyway. Obviously the ascent profile is different for every ship. You really have to just play around with it, see what's best. Some of the solid rocket boosters I've been using, you have to tilt very sharply, very early. You have no control. I'm actually going to throttle down slightly because I'm going fast enough. You also don't want to try and punch through the atmosphere too quick in the early stages because you just waste a lot of fuel. And you'll also see now, double that, main fuel tank is full. And I'll just keep cruising on up here. Making sure that I'm tipping over nice and smoothly. Pretty much following the apoapsis marker. I'm going to thrust up now as well, because we're in the upper parts of the atmosphere, we're not wasting fuel trying to fight through air. I'm not actually sure whether this is going to be a great flight. Thinking maybe whether I should have stayed pointing upwards a little bit longer, but we'll see, we'll see. Just move my staging around as well that. So I'm just pointing up a little bit longer here because annoyingly I'm not actually gaining much height on my apoapsis compared to my actual height. And when I think I maybe turned over a bit too sharply, if I'm honest, in the early stages of the flight. I think I should still have enough fuel, because this is our first stage. The second stage should be the one that gets us into orbit. And then the third stage, this one up here, the little Terrier engine in there, is the one that will get us to and back from the moon. And you know, Fez, I wanted to go for a moon landing, but this could also just be a moon flyby at the moment. It's really not that much of a problem either way. So my apoapsis is climbing. It's nearly in space. 70 kilometers is space. Or 70,000 meters on the top bar, and I'm out. So that's the next stage. My Terrier, which is not great because I'm not actually in space yet, and it would have been good to launch that while I was in space. But fine. Okay, I'm at 70,000 meters. That's quite a nice line. So we'll set ourselves a maneuver node. Expand outwards. And we want to make sure on the maneuver node maker at the bottom you actually get it into orbit. There you go, 70,000. And this should... I guess it's a bit strange, but it should take just about all what I've got in this and then a little bit more. Honestly, we're probably going to be fine. So, maneuver myself to point at the maneuver node. I know it's saying burn times in 2 minutes, but as soon as we hit 70,000 meters, that will change. The burn time is not 5 minutes. There you go. That's better. Although apparently I am still behind, so let's go. This might not be great. I don't think this was a great launch. I said, to be honest, I don't think I did very well here. I mean, I can tell you, I definitely didn't do very well here. This is bad. My advice was still true, but just I didn't listen to it, apparently. Right, I am actually going to use physical warp and just time warp this up a little bit. You want to be careful when doing this because things can go wrong very, very fast. Certainly don't have a physical time warp going when you separate stages. I found the Kraken will appear. So I'm about to separate my last stage, which has 3,000 meters per second delta V. That is almost enough to do this on its own. It's not very powerful because it's only a Terrier engine in a craft that actually does weigh quite a lot. Only 7 tons, that's actually not bad. Okay, yeah, it wasn't great. My apoapsis is just going massive. This is just burning fuel that honestly could otherwise be spent on better things. I'm going to actually time warp through this. Yeah, because you see I've dipped back into the atmosphere now. I'm heating up a little bit. I'm going to face retrograde. Just because my engine can tolerate the heat of coming back into the atmosphere better than my nose cone can. I mean, I've still got enough fuel to do what I want here. I went. That was just a really bad launch. But these things happen when you're playing live, don't they? You know, never work on live TV, that's what they say. I'm perfectly safe, it's just frustratingly taking quite a bit of time here. Come on! Where am I? I'm still there, aren't I? Come on! Let's get through. Oh, I really should have picked up some more stuff, shouldn't I? Never mind, it's fine. I do find it rather unnerving that there's no music at all. Like, you don't get the music until you're in space. But I find it very unnerving. Anyway, as soon as I hit 70,000 meters, I'll be able to time warp better around to the other side of the planet to my apoapsis. Oh, which is coming down. Okay, at least I can make this a slightly better circularized orbit. There we go. Okay, point prograde. Go. So bring my orbit a little bit higher on that side. Okay, so what we want is the Mun. Set ourselves as a target. Now, a good way I've always found of doing this is if you look at it like a clock face, put the Mun at 3 o'clock, start your own maneuver at around 12, or 6, sorry, and you can just pin out. I'm not that far off, so that's fine. There we go. And if we focus view on the Mun, we can see exactly where our line is. So I bring this in, let's highlight how far out we are, and let's pull it. So we want to try and get as close as possible, while still being safe. So I like to go for, there we go, I like to go for roughly 40,000 meters above the limit. You see, it's still quite far from the Mun, but it's close enough. So we will warp around to that. It's incredibly frustrating that I don't have all of the markers and whatnot. I don't like it. Okay. So you see, this is only 800 meters a second. And getting back from the Mun really doesn't take much. I am slightly concerned that this isn't going to have enough to land. Burn. I mean, that's, yeah, I just kind of want to be pointed at the target, don't I? At the marker, not just full on prograde. Okay, let's again speed that up slightly. slow that down. We'll go to the map. Follow it. Just hit prograde for now. Then I like to cancel that and follow my own line. So just throttle up a little bit and close the throttle. There you go, about 48. That's fine. That's honestly fine. It's virtually equatorial. That's great. So I'll add a maneuver node at the mun. Oops, a daisy. And then let's close it in. With about 40,000 on the other side as well. So it's going to be... yeah, it's quite nice. Okay. We'll go to our ship. And we'll boost. Hello, mun! There we go. Lovely view of the mun there. Hello, mun. Right. Let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, and burn. Right, we're in orbit. Still got 2,000 meters a second of delta V. We'll bring it into a nice low orbit of the planet. There we go. What have we got? Take that away. That. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, okay, let's perform a couple of experiments, shall we? So we've got a crew report. Nice. We'll take observe the mystery goo. So we're in space near the mun at the moment. Log the temperature. Log the pressure. I'm not gonna do a science junior unit because I can't redo it, but I can do that on my next one because I might actually be smarter and try and bring a scientist along. Either that or I just don't go for it. Space above the Mun Midlands. I take that data and board. Yeah, come on, I'll do that. Let's conduct a materials study. Sweet. Okay, I am actually going to go home. I'll place a maneuver there. Stretch it out. Take me back into orbit of Kerbin. Pull that in. And I can play with that once I've got to it. Then I will do a couple more of these experiments in space high above the mun. That should get me a ton of science that I can take home for me. And then I can come back and land on the mun. Okay. Also, we don't really need to be that accurate with this, to be honest. It's just blasting outwards. Okay, that's fine. Now what I will do is just get myself up out there. So I'm still in the Mun's SOI, or Sphere of Influence. And I can now do some more. Space high over the Mun. Okay, you can come out, sir. EVA report. And now I'll also collect all my science. because none of this is coming back with me. You seen I made it before the heat shield's here. None of these science experiments are coming back with me. They're all going to get destroyed upon re-entry. Right, I can't actually reach that, so I'm going to have to let go. Press R to turn my... things on. Right, take the data. And F to grab. And let's board. Right. So we go, got all that science data now. I think I took all of it, didn't I? Yeah. Sweet. Okay, so if we go back to the map, we'll fast forward time a little bit. Okay, now if I just point retrograde, now I've got tons of fuel to burn here, so I can do this. I'll just burn and bring the periapsis right down. So now heat shields are actually powerful enough in this game that I could just go straight for the landing now, which I might do on the next one, but it'll be in the dark. I don't want it to be in the dark, so I'm going to... Ah, damn it! Alright, I'll set a maneuver node. I've easily got enough fuel to bring myself back into an orbit of Kerbin. So that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to try, as I always do, to land near the Space Center. So if I just point retrograde, and frankly I'm going to ignore this. I just used that to get there. Let's burn. Let's fast forward time. Make sure that periapsis does not drop below. Speed up a little bit. Get closer to the periapsis. Okay. Burn again. There we go, perfect. Right, actually point forward just a little bit, get that back up above 70. Okay, beautiful. Right, so there's the Space Center. If I come here and retrograde, what do we think, guys? That looks like it's going straight over. I think that's pretty perfect. Okay, I might have to adjust it, yeah, because obviously the planet is actually, you know, spinning on its own orbit as well, so on its own axis. I should go to the North Pole or the South Pole. Yeah, I should take a rocket there. And maybe I'll land a rover. And maybe when I've got the stuff, I can land a rover on both poles. Or one, I think only one actually gives you anything. So, right, okay, we're good. And I'll burn here. Again, pretty much just ignoring the maneuver node. That was just dead to sort of eyeball it. Right, what you want to do, because you are going to burn up, you can't just point it straight. Obviously, the planet is spinning as well. You can't just point directly at it. It's actually quite... I find it anyway. I know some people I've watched. A couple of the YouTubers I like to watch, like Matt Lown. He's pretty good at doing this sort of stuff. I am not. So, yeah, come on then, let's just go from there. So we'll fast forward until we hit the 70,000. Okay, now we've re-entered the atmosphere, and obviously things are going to burn up. But if we fast forward a little bit, so we're getting a little bit deeper in the atmosphere now, about 60,000 meters. Stuff is going to start to burn up shortly. So, I'll point retrograde, and as I do, release all the crap. I'm perfectly safe now. And we can watch everything explode. I think I was a little bit off. It's not going to be that close to us. Which, for safety purposes, is quite a good idea. We don't want to hurt a little jab there, do we? Oh, wow, it actually survived a really long time. Activated parachutes as well. There's really no downside to just activating them, if I'm honest. That has just disappeared, hasn't it? I should have kept hold of that. Okay, fine. I'm not sure we're going to make it. Nah, look at that. We are going to land in the mountains. Okay. I can attack that. Let's go. So yeah, the extra shoots help, but honestly, not that much. Then again, to be fair, there wasn't really that much that needed stopping, frankly. So yeah, we'll just keep this going, let it land. So we got... What did we get there? We got the high in space. High in space over the moon, low in space over the moon. And next we'll go for a landing. There we go. Recover that vessel. Now this should have got us quite a lot of science. Maybe 40? I had 16 before. 40 or 50 I think maybe this will get us. Oh! Wow. Okay. Oh, holy. That's a lot of money. That's a hell of a lot of money. Unknown object tracking. Kerbal's EVAs can collect surface samples. Okay, that was quite good. I wouldn't mind that one. That doesn't do anything. Groups. Okay, so and the admin buildings and so I think really the next one we want to go for is this, isn't it? To be able to do surface samples. We're not far off. Okay, so let's look at what science we can get. Okay, what's miniaturization? Oh, so that gets us the EVA experiment kit. So I'm going to take that. I think... Ooh, space exploration, what does this get us? EVA repair kit, a cargo unit, a work lamp. Okay, I'm not sure about any of that. That gets a small inline reaction wheel, which can be very useful. I don't really need the heavy rockets or anything at the moment either. It's okay, I'll go electrics. Cannot research technologies over 100 science at this level. Okay. Yeah, so we really need to upgrade this place then, don't we? Okay, I will keep what science I've got. Let's check mission control. Okay, explore the Mun. Exploration of the Mun is going according to plan. What mysteries does it contain? Have enough data on the Mun to attempt a landing, or we could stage one, it's up to you. Okay, yeah, so land on the Mun, walk on the surface of the Mun, return to Kerbin from the surface of the Mun. Easy. Science data from the surface of the Mun. We can do that. Oh, rescue Ribdorf Kerbin, who is stranded in a low Kerbin orbit. We can absolutely do that, so I'm going to take that one as well. Haul Rove Max Model 52. That's on wheels. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not gonna take it. Suborbital trajectory over the Mun. Nah, I'm not doing that. This hydraulic detachment manifold. No. He is also stranded in low Kerbin orbit. Ferry 4 tourists to their destination. Orbit around Kerbin, orbit around the Mun. 2 tourists, what do they want? Suborbital space flight on Kerbin. Orbit around Kerbin. Yeah, go on then, I'll take that. I'm not going to specific locations. Oh, bring a Munstone back with you. I can do that as well. Okay, so I'll do the ferry tourist missions first. They just want a flight around Kerbin, don't they? So if I pull that away, have I got any? What have I got there? EVA jetpack. Okay. Utility. Crew cabin. There you go. So that holds 2, does it? I think. Put that there. Okay, this might need some extra. This actually might need some extra parachutes just to help it, because it is going to be a little bit heavier, so put that there. Yeah, honestly I think that's probably going to be fine, just to ferry these guys. So okay, so we do need to make sure that we actually load them in. There we go. Let's launch. So they just want an orbit around Kerbin, don't they? Oh god, how much would you be willing to pay for that? Because I can tell you, I'd be willing to pay a lot. Oh, that's weird. The ship just doesn't want to move. Why is it so big? Why won't it move? Okay. I mean, I can still get to orbit, I think. Oh, can it? No, this isn't going to have enough. How does that not have enough? Okay, I don't need these. What's that? Reliant, get rid. Swivel. Okay, that's fine. Let's. It's a bit wobbly, wasn't it? So let's. Why isn't that? Okay, it's not copying, but whatever. That's fine. And we'll structure. Oh, That's odd. More structure at the top as well. We'll also add a fuel line. There we go. Launch all the rockets at the same time. Let's launch. Sails on, full throttle up. Let's get my maneuver node maker up and go. Should be a lot more stable. There we go. And extremely fast. Let's just throttle that down a little bit. Waste fuel in the early stages, we don't want that. Wow, we approach speeds very quickly, don't we? Okay, let's revert that flight. Whoops! I'll admit I was looking at the side panel, I was not paying attention to what I was actually doing there. So okay, I'm going to gain up to about 200 meters a second, I think, roughly. And then I'm going to throttle down because you really don't need to be accelerating that fast in this early stage of the atmosphere. I mean, this is extremely quick. And you can see I'm already starting to hit atmospheric compression and issues with resistance. How much fuel am I wasting just trying to punch through this? That's the idea, you see. Tilt down even further. No, don't all the way down. Okay. Got a full fuel tank on me. I'll throttle up now because I'm there. I will also point down. Wow, that's not enough. I really thought that would have worked. I really thought that would have worked. Doesn't change when I hit space, does it? Have I done something wrong here? Yeah, I've only got that small thing for the next. Why have I got a swivel engine in there? Okay, revert flight to launch. Okay, yeah, let's give that a Terrier engine. Go to coupler and give that another decoupler. So yeah, we're just giving this another stage, effectively. That might obviously be a little bit unstable, but it should do. Yeah. Tell you what, actually, I'm going to get rid of it. Fuel tanks. Let's give them the big ones. Oh no, I don't want 4. The hell? Yeah, okay. Okay, and we'll give it a couple of reliance. And we'll also add just a couple of struts to the bottom. And again, we want our fuel line. So there we go. Right, make sure they're on it. Let's launch. Let's get the buggers into the air, man. I did not think this would be so difficult. I was just going to be like, yeah, let's go land on the moon. It's all fun and games. Mun or bust. Christ. They're not square on, are they? My mouse. That's square on. Looks connected. Launch. Okay, let's just make sure everything fires off in the same way. Next up, we're going to want that. Okay, throttle up. SAS on. Let's go. Oh, this goes fast, doesn't it? It is gaining speed very quickly. Nicely done. It's a nice gain of speed. I don't think I'll have to throttle this one down too much, to be honest. That's the thing, you know, you're tilting forward like this, but you are slapping the air at 300 meters a second. It's forcing you back, as you can see. The animations are starting to appear. This is not the most stable of ships, but it will get my guys into orbit, and frankly at this point, that's all I care about. I'm going to leave him there for a bit to just dawdle on his own. I think when I've released the side booster fuel tanks, I'll actually cut the power. There you go, yeah, I'm clear. Alright, I'm very high up at this point, so I can just do that. Went that way, and then I can see my apoapsis line here extending outwards rather than just being a very sharp up and down. And honestly, I'm just going to burn. I'm just going to burn the rest of this engine off here. Why not? Okay, so you've got this one now attached to this, and you've got that and that. Let's put them together, and then that separates the whole lot out entirely. Okay. So, oh, there's Ribdorf. We'll go get him later on today. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Fast forward. This has got plenty of Delta V. Play around and all sorts. Okay, let's boost. I wonder. Will I be able to land on the poles from here? Huh. I'll get into orbit. This, I doubt it. No, 1500, I doubt it. To be honest. But let's land somewhere interesting. I don't think I've ever actually landed in the desert before. So I want to land in the desert. Okay, we're in orbit. Oh, see, these guys are really happy. Unfortunately, I don't actually have room for Bdorf, so I can't pick him up right now. Yeah, let's get the desert launch site into the light. Get one more orbit. I've got a ton of Delta V here, so... Let's pull that, and... let's get into a retrograde. Oh no, I don't need retrograde, do I? Oh, I am getting the wave of happy lunchtime hand. I'm very close to finishing this mission actually, so I'll finish this off, land, and then I'll leave for lunch. So yeah, I'll just finish this mission off I think before I leave. Oh, and the happy lunchtime hand has abandoned me. Never mind. Why can't I change? Oh, it's just been really slow. Okay. Let's fire this up. I really hope that actually this will balance properly and whatnot. I've never tried this sort of setup before. I've got the long tube. Okay, I think I'm directly over it there. You know what, honestly, I think that's probably enough as well. So, yeah. Let's get down into the atmosphere. Now, I'm going to be coming into this very fast, very sharp. So, come in near 50. Let's get that heat shield going. Okay, I'm actually slightly worried that I'm coming in too fast. I mean, I'm definitely off center. Oh! Oh, I actually managed to do it! Ha! I mean, that was quite scary how fast that came in, but yeah, there's the runway. How do you look at that? And we also have the Woomerang launch site, which I'd like to get to. Because this has the island airfield, but this is the desert airfield and the desert launch site. Look at that, man. I wish I had a little rover I could go over there and explore it. That'd be awesome. Okay, I've landed. So I'm going to EVA jab. You can get an EVA report from the deserts. I'll take that data, board, and take another crew report on the desert. Recover the vessel. What we got? Come on. Seems to be taking longer each time. Oh, loads of money. Alright. Awesome. So, we will play with that. Once I come back. Taylor Aerospace. Aerospace. There we go. Save. Yep, I'll overwrite. Right, I'll quit to the main menu. Right, I'm going for lunch then. I will be back in 45 minutes, hour, roughly, if anyone's interested. Yeah, and then we'll play around with all that money we just found and try and land on the moon like these little fellas. Alright then, well, in that case, goodbye and see you shortly.